In your darkest hour, remember this: Jesus walked through pain, rejection, and even death, not for himself, but for you. When you feel weak, remember the cross, a symbol of ultimate strength through sacrifice. He didn't give up when the weight was unbearable. He rose again, proving that no grave, no failure, no fear can hold you down. You are not alone. You are chosen, loved, forgiven. So stand firm. Keep the faith. Because with Christ in you, even the impossible becomes possible. You were made to rise just like he did. Jesus walked through pain we often overlook. He didn't live in a palace, he had no home of his own. He traveled dusty roads, slept under the stars, and faced hunger, thirst, and exhaustion. Crowds followed him, but not all came with good hearts. Some came to test him, others to trap him. His closest friends sometimes doubted him. One even betrayed him for silver. Still, Jesus never gave up. He kept healing the sick, comforting the broken, and spreading love, even when people misunderstood or mocked him. He cried, he prayed, he felt lonely, just like us. Yet he never stopped trusting his Father, never stopped giving hope. The message? If Jesus, the Son of God, walked through daily struggles with faith and love, so can we. Your pain has purpose. Going. You're never alone in your suffering. He's been there. Corner of the city lived an old grandmother. Every morning, she would walk to the temple and pray for everyone's well-being. But one day, the city went into lockdown. Fights broke out, fear filled the streets, and everything shut down. The temple visits stopped, but her prayers didn't. She lit a small lamp at home and said, "Dear God, keep everyone safe, keep every home filled with food, and may no mother's eyes be filled with tears." One day, she noticed that a poor family nearby hadn't cooked for days. She quietly shared her last bit of rice and lentils. Slowly, the neighbors joined in. One brought milk, another brought vegetables. In just a few days, that little street became one big family. The world outside was full of chaos, but inside their hearts, there was peace, love, and humanity. Message: when times get tough, even a small act of kindness, a meal, a smile, a helping hand, can light up someone's life like a lamp of hope.
Of Jesus, Mary was a young Jewish girl chosen by God to give birth to his son through the Holy Spirit. She was a virgin when she gave birth to Jesus. Mary is portrayed as an obedient, humble, and faithful woman who accepted God's will with a pure heart. Joseph was a carpenter and belonged to the lineage of King David. He was engaged to Mary and still accepted her after learning that she was pregnant by the Holy Spirit. Joseph raised Jesus as a responsible and caring father figure. He played a key role in protecting and nurturing the Holy Family. Siblings of Jesus. The Bible mentions that Jesus had brothers and sisters. Matthew. Isnt this the carpenter's son, Isnt his mother's name Mary, and Aaron his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas, Aaron all his sisters with us. Names of his brothers. James later became the leader of the church in Jerusalem. Jude associated with the New Testament book of Jude. Some traditions consider them as cousins, but the Bible uses the term brothers. The Gospel of Matthew and the Gospel of Luke both record Jesus' genealogy. Matthew traces the genealogy through Joseph back to King David and Abraham. Luke presents a different line, which many scholars believe represents Mary's lineage, also tracing back to
Jesus was teaching in the temple courts. A crowd had gathered around him, listening to his words of love, truth, and grace. Suddenly, a group of religious leaders dragged in a woman and threw her in front of everyone. They said loudly, "Teacher, this woman was caught in the act of adultery. The law of Moses says to stone such women. What do you say?" They were trying to trap Jesus, to make him choose between mercy and the law. But Jesus did something unexpected. He bent down and started writing on the ground with his finger. Then he stood up and said, "Let the one among you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her." Silence fell. One by one, from the oldest to the youngest, they all dropped their stones and walked away. Finally, only Jesus and the woman were left. Jesus looked at her and asked, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" She replied, "No one, Lord." Then Jesus said, "Neither do I condemn you. Go now, and sin no more." This story shows Jesus' deep compassion and forgiveness. He doesn't ignore sin, but he offers love and a second chance. No matter what we've done, his grace is greater. Let me know if you'd like this as a short video script or illustration too.
People slapped him, mocked him. What did Jesus do? He didn't fight back. He said, "Father, forgive them." What do we learn from this? True strength isn't in revenge, it's in forgiveness. So ask yourself today, can you forgive the ones who hurt